Good morning. I'm out here hula hooping today. And I wanted to talk to the people who feel like giving up. Yeah, you. The one who's been holding it all together, showing up every day, but deep down, you're tired. Let me tell you something straight from my heart. Here's what I learned. Just because you're tired doesn't mean it's over. Sometimes that tired place is the exact spot where God is about to do his best work. In Galatians 6 and 9, it reminds us to not grow weary in well doing, because in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. So today, while I'm spinning this hula hoop, I wanted to spin a little hope your way. Here are 3 things to remember when you feel like giving up. Remember why you started. When life gets hard, it's easy to forget the reason that you began. You get so caught up in the struggle that you lose sight of the purpose. But let me remind you, you did not come this far by accident. There was a fire in you when you started. You had a dream, you had a mission, you wanted better for yourself and for your family and for your community. Every time I feel discouraged, I go back and I remember why. I remember the prayers I prayed when I didn't have what I have now. I think about the people depending on me, and I remind myself that quitting is not an option when purpose is calling my name. So today, I want you to pause and remember your why. Write it down. Say it out loud. Speak it over yourself, because when you remember why, you'll always find the strength to keep going. Something else I would say is rest. Don't quit. Now this one right here, I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes we think if we stop moving, we're failing. But no, baby, rest isn't quitting. It is recharging. Even the strongest people get tired. But quitting cuts off what resting could restore. God didn't tell us to run ourselves into the ground. He said, come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. When you rest, you give God room to work. You give your mind a break so your spirit can breathe again. You don't have to hustle every moment to prove that you're strong. Sometimes strength looks like slowing down. When I take time to rest, to pray, and to reset, I come back sharper, I come back stronger, and I come back full of peace. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. So rest if you need to, but don't you dare quit. The last thing that I would say is to trust that God's delay is not his denial. This is the one that hits home for me too, because sometimes waiting feels like being forgotten. You're praying, you're doing everything right, but nothing seems to be moving. But listen, just because it's delayed doesn't mean it's denied. God's timing is different than ours. He's preparing you for what you prayed for. When I look back at the times I thought God was late, I realize now he was right on time. If he had given me what I wanted when I wanted it, I would have been, I wouldn't have been ready to handle it. So when you feel stuck, don't lose faith. Keep sowing, keep showing up, keep believing, because the delay is often the setup for something greater. You shall reap in due season if you do not lose heart. And baby, your due season is coming. So don't faint now. I want you to hear me clearly. You're not too late. You're not too tired. And you're not forgotten. You're right where you need to be. God hasn't given up on you. So don't give up on yourself. You come too far to stop now. Keep showing up. Keep believing. keep trusting that everything you've been working for, praying for, crying for, it's already in motion. And when you look back, you'll realize the waiting wasn't wasted. It was building strength for your blessing. So if this spoke to your spirit today, you need to say out loud, I'm not giving up. Because your breakthrough might be one more prayer, one more hula hoop, and one more day away. Have a great day today. Bye-bye.